the Facebook Live or any of these technological platforms. So for someone like him, he said, I don't want to learn how to do it. I'd rather just pay for someone to do it. And I said, well, this is what I said to him, that we could help him. So that's why we're brainstorming this right now. So I think that the pre-recorded, bringing him on a dual screen where either you're interviewing him or he just takes the screen by himself and gets to put out that message or whatever he wants to educate his clients to, keep them calm on why they should keep their money in the market or whatever his message is.
I like that. And I think he should definitely design a PowerPoint, because a lot of these financial concepts can be very difficult for people to understand. People, they need their bullet points, they need visual exhibits to understand what's being discussed. So I would also recommend that he prepare a PowerPoint, not too many slides, but about 15 to 20 slides for 30 minutes, 30 to 35 for an hour, and have a lot of visual exhibits which we can stream through his recording, just like you see at the bottom of my screen right now.
Yeah, and a lot of people are not that savvy. So I did tell him that Laws of Life offers graphic making, PowerPoint making, and can handle that as well. So he would love to just be like literally one-stop shop. He just tells us what he wants, gives us some pictures, gives us the words, and then you can make the PowerPoint. And then he just basically wants the links made. So we could set up his links. We could set up the Zoom. We could set up the event, the brochure, whatever he needs, the graphics, and even the PowerPoint.
Perfect. And we'll make it as easy as possible for him if he just gives us the fundamentals. Literally a Word document, an email, a text, just whatever you can give us to give us the language, and then artwork and the graphic design. And another way to connect with his customers, I think, is to create an email automation campaign and do a newsletter reaching out to his customers. He can take the same content from the PowerPoint, repurpose it into the newsletter. What do you think, Sunny?
I think he needs a newsletter also once the link is done for the Zoom or wherever he's going to be recording it, or if he pre-records it, that it's in the newsletter with the links. And, I was telling him that you could even write the email and then he just puts in his database and sends out. Then that way it has the links. So whether he wants to promote the event in advance and do an email and already have it recorded and then sending it out, or even the playback. So it actually could be 3 different email campaigns.
Exactly. And that's another way to take the video and literally repurpose it. You can repurpose it for Facebook. You can repurpose it for Instagram and YouTube and LinkedIn, because each of those platforms has a different characteristic, different feel to it. And all of those posts can be pre-approved by your compliance committee before you post, so that you're always in the clear. And feel free to reach out to me or Sunny anytime to discuss more about this. Now, the Visionary Brainstorm is open to the public. If you have a problem that you'd like us to brainstorm for you, we're happy to do that for you. And remember, whether you're brainstorming with Sunny and Blanca, whether you're brainstorming with any of your strategic partners, you must brainstorm without judgment. Always remember, just brainstorm and keep those ideas flowing. So we're going to jump into the next segment, which is called now Analyzing the Vision Manifester. So what does this mean to you, Sunny? Manifestation of a vision.
We have been brainstorming for a couple weeks, and every time we're together personally, or now on a Zoom, I guess we should say virtually, we keep brainstorming for your business, for my business, Feel Great Meditate, Laws of Life, and we're getting all these new ideas. And then the manifestation analyzer is like, wow, let's talk about all the things that we just manifested since the last brainstorming session. I mean, you and I have talked, and literally Like, we're like, okay, here's the next show. Let's make the flyer. Here's the PowerPoint. Here's the video. Make a commercial, upload, YouTube, share it on LinkedIn. We must have did one manifestation today, literally in 15 minutes.
That's right.
For this show, for the promo of this show.
We did. And because I said to you, what we're creating, our two brains, the collaboration of people is a combination, and certain combinations just work. And I think that there's a lot of wisdom for people to learn from collaboration and from this process. So basically, we had the idea of the new show, and we created the promotion for it, and we started recording our show and creating segments to the show. And that's another thing that we do coach on, is getting you comfortable in front of the camera, helping you design segments for your show, and breaking down the content is very important to make it more digestible to the audience. What else have we manifested in the last week?
Oh my gosh. Well, we also manifested, well, let's go back a couple weeks ago when the first quarantine started. We did the Quarantini virtual happy hour. I think we were one of the first ones out on the scene to do it. And I hashtagged and shared it everywhere, virtual happy hour, virtual Quarantini happy hour. And somebody from Bloomberg Press, one of the reporters, contacted me on Instagram and wanted to write an article about us. So we manifested that, and we're getting some free press. And also what we just manifested was some guy that I met right before the COVID happened. He's been watching me on Facebook, and he's like, oh man, this Feel Great Meditate, I really see you being like a household name. I want to help you. And sure enough, he just emailed me and said, guess what? I just got you in Women in Wellness to do an article for the Huffington Post in the global Thriving Global magazine. I'm like, yay!
Amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. So that manifested really, really fast. And then we also had a great idea for a show. You know, I get ideas in my head. I see the complete vision, and you loved it. We can't, of course, reveal to the audience what that show is, but it is going to be launched in just a few weeks. And, you know, we were, you know, asking the universe, how can we help others that can bring us money from helping them? And sure enough, this idea plopped in my head of an amazing idea where we're really reinventing a show from the past, but we're making it virtual, and we have the capabilities and the technological platforms to do it, and we can share it with the world, and people can even become a sponsor for it. So we have actually done a great job of manifesting new shows just in 1 week time, and already getting contracts signed, and non-disclosures, which is why we can't tell you who it's with yet. And now we can even let other businesses be promoted and marketed with the promotion campaign for that one show.
Exactly right. And if you want to have your own show, your own webcast, that is an opportunity offered. I mean, it's a great way to showcase what the special skills and talents you have are. And being a visualizer, being a manifester, being a meditator, and being a motivator are the skills that we're showcasing through this show. But I think you're also going to learn a lot of lessons. And one of those is, you know, Sunny, there's a lot of action. In other words, we have the visions, but we also outline a step of actions to manifest those visions. And one of the reasons, candidly, that Sunny was picked up by Bloomberg was because Sunny also puts the sweat equity into the implementation of the steps necessary to keep that vision alive. So that social media on that Quarantini was aggressive. There were 3 to 5 posts a day for about 2 weeks on that event, right?
Yes, I shared it to like 118 different pages, and then I private messenger people on Facebook. We shared it on Instagram. We shared it on LinkedIn. I privately copy and pasted, texted it to everyone I know, and we had a great turnout.
So social media is a huge component of infusing, whether it's a business, an event like the Quarantini, a mission, a nonprofit. It's huge, and you have to continuously keep connecting with your audience to make things happen. What is your secret weapon though to manifestation? It's not social media. So what is it?
The secret weapon is meditation. So you have to meditate every day. And of course, I do it morning, day, and night. I do it now. It's almost autopilot all the time. But wait, I wanted to tell you one other great thing that we need to tell the world is
Sure.
that we manifested the $199 package of how we could set up your Zoom, the graphics, the invite, do the links, Eventbrite, the Facebook event, tie it all in together, the social media, and we're doing all that for $199. And
Yes.
I got to experience that and be one of the first. So Feel Great Meditate just last Saturday, as you know, it was a Vast Million Ascension meditation at 10:45 p.m. And even though it was so late at night, we got 200 people to register. 96 people joined us live, and we did the Facebook Live from the Zoom, thanks to Blanca at Laws of Life here. And she was the engineer, and she made my life so easy. You took care of everything. And then I just got to show up and welcome everybody. And we had all these guests, from Vegas and, New Jersey, California, Pittsburgh, and Florida. It was amazing. And 500 people watched us live. And now we have that marketing tool to upload to YouTube, to share the link, to keep continuing to promote it on Facebook, and people can watch the playback. So again, we manifested that $199 package this last week. I already got to go through the process. And then Johnny Regan, you did his show too.
That's right. That's right. And he did a more intimate event, but it was like an exclusive interview where he was telling a story that he really wanted to showcase. And it's a beautiful story. You can watch it on the Laws of Life with Blanca page. And yes, he did his event. He had an exclusive audience, and he had a lot of visual exhibits, photographs from his childhood, photographs of the story he was telling. And when you are telling a story digitally or through video, you really do want to incorporate imagery and photography, because it just makes the story more compelling. So yeah, you're right. I mean, after we did the $199 package for you, then we did it for Johnny, and I realized this is a service, a package that many people can use, and you helped me manifest that vision, and I'm so grateful to you for being such an amazing influence on my life.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the law of life on that is surround yourself with incredibly positive people that are open to new ideas and we're always freely exchanging ideas with one another.
Like you said,
without judgment, without self-limiting belief, and without territorialism. In other words, we openly share with each other, and it's wonderful. So let's jump into our next segment, the laws of meditation. What's on tap for today?
Well, wherever you are, people, let's just go ahead and sit up with a nice straight spine. Let the neck float over the shoulders. Let the neck float. Let the head float. Let something float. We're going to float away. We're going to bring our hands. This is a little hand mudra, and it's hand mudras are a great way to feel calm. Like this one here is called Gyan Mudra. It's like closing a circuit in your brain, if you can imagine that. And then what you're going to do is just pull the hands up so the palms are going to face up, but still the pointer finger and thumb touch, and then just relax them in your lap. Yeah, so let that head float over the neck. We're going to have a nice straight spine. We're going to close our eyes, go within, and then we're going to stare up as if we could see into the middle of the forehead. And then meditation is all about quieting the mind. So one of the best, easiest, most simple techniques to teach is breathing. And the more you breathe, the better you feel. The more you breathe, the lighter you feel. And the more you breathe, the more we're going to create an alkaline body, which means you are healthier. And then every cell is going to be thanking you. So let's go ahead and take a deep inhale wherever you are. Close the eyes, take a deep, deep breath all the way in. Fill up those lungs, and then relax the shoulders, and then just open the mouth and say, and just let go of anything that no longer serves you. Yeah, you're going to feel more joy. Take another deep inhale. All the way in, hold it. Relax the shoulders, chin pulls in slightly, gaze is up, neck is straight. Hold the breath. And then exhale, let it go, letting go of any stress, any tension. And then I want you to take a moment to go within and think about all the things you're grateful for today. We're so grateful for internet. We're grateful for technology and all of these new capabilities. We're grateful that there are people helping us. We're grateful that there are farmers and truckers bringing us food. We're thankful for doctors and lawyers. I mean, doctors and nurses, lawyers too, but mostly all in the hospital. And let's just spend a moment in gratitude, giving thanks to all those people who are still making the world go round, even though we're at home, taking time to go within. Just have gratitude. Instead, a lot of people are angry and they're wondering about their money, but we need to shift that and think of, you know what, this is my time out. And when I go within, I'm going to connect and I'm going to get answers of what to do next. You may get some amazing idea on how you can still thrive. Just ask yourself, what do I do next? And if we focus on how do I help someone else, then the ideas and answers come. So we're going to teach you one more technique. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a big inhale first, and then we're going to just hum. So we're going to bring the lips together. You're going to feel this little vibration around the mouth, and that's where there's all these hundreds of chakras, these energetic gateway points, right? That's why it feels so good to kiss, right? So we're going to take an inhale, fill up the lungs, and then you're going to exhale that and you're going to do that for as long as you can, which you'll notice is a very long time. And then the key to breathing is that you always want to inhale, let's say for the count of 3, and then you would hold for 6, and then exhale double the length of time you inhale. So inhale 3, exhale 6, and that goes along with my STFU technique, which is shut the up, and you're telling the mind to shut up. So the breathing can shut up the mind. We can command the mind to shut the FU up, right? We can shut it up. So let's close the eyes, focus up, and we'll do 3 rounds. So we'll take a big inhale. Notice the vibration in the back of the throat. See if you can send it up to the brain. Take a deep breath. On the next one, send that vibration down to the heart. Deep breath. Now just take a moment to feel that vibration in the heart. We are increasing the vibration of love. We are increasing the amount of joy. You're allowed to still feel joy right now, even with the world the way it is. But you can still feel joy. Just say out loud, I feel joyful. I feel joyful. And because you say it, it starts to happen. And affirm, I feel great. No matter what's going on, we still have to think it. We still have to feel it. And because we think it and feel it, it becomes us. Just like we say, I am a money magnet. Money keeps flowing to me. So whatever you want to affirm, think it, say it, speak it into existence. Just like Blanca and I brainstorm, we speak it into existence. Let's bring our hands to our heart center, bowing with gratitude, asking the universe to please help us, please guide us, help us be great listeners, help us tap into that intuition and be the best version of ourselves. And so it is.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that amazing, amazing meditative strategy. Love it. And Sunny is a leader of meditation, has been in the meditation space for over 25 years. So we are extremely blessed to have her as part of the team, guiding us during this difficult time. So our last segment is the laws of motivation. And the reason it's last is because it's good to clear the mind after the meditation. And now we're at rest, we're at peace. So now we're going to get into the motivation. Now, what I want to share with you is this is the time to really get organized and to segment your day into multiple segments, because we're all working from home. And especially whether you were working from home before or later or now, this is the time to use the process of segmentation and really structure your day. You will feel so much of a greater sense of accomplishment. So what do I mean by segmentation? I mean, you're going to write down, I actually type it as a Word document on my computer. From 8:30 to 9:30 a.m., I am going to exercise. And it sort of ties into the vision and manifestation exercise that we did earlier in the show. So I'm writing down the vision that I am going to exercise from 8:30 to 9:30. Then from 9:30 to 10:30, I'm going to take a shower, I'm going to get dressed, and I'm really going to put time into doing my makeup and my hair and looking my absolute best. Then it's already 10:30 at this point. From 10:30 to 12:30, I'm going to check all my emails. I'm going to respond to all correspondence, voicemails, all responsive communication. Then from 12 to 12:30, I'm going to have lunch. Then from 12:30 to 3, I'm going to do phone calls where I'm going to tell people about the newest products and promotions. It's very important to still keep on using that telephone. We can't rely on simply email and text messaging. We still have to connect with people. And ideally, if you can do that as a Zoom video conference and get that face-to-face contact, all the better. I've also come up with a new law of life, which is I understand, as we learned from Gina's webcast yesterday, it takes 7 to 10 contacts to create a sales opportunity. But after 7 to 10 contacts, if it hasn't yielded a sale, I'm going to tell my prospect, this offer is good through X date. And if you don't give me an actual decision by X date, then I'm withdrawing my proposal. Because I've also come to the conclusion that I'm not going to simply give offers. Those offers will have a deadline, and it will be up to other people to give me the respect of making a decision on the offer. And I think we all need to respect each other's time. And I think that we have an unfortunate practice in our society where we're afraid to hurt someone's feelings. We're afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to say no. Be afraid to ignore the rendering of the decision. We are mature adults, and simply saying no doesn't mean that we don't care about each other, and we don't have to give the reason for the no. We're not under an obligation to fully disclose the reason unless we choose to give that reason with constructive feedback. But what we do need to do is be respectful and kind to one another and honor the offers that are made and either accept them, reject them, or counter them. If you don't like the offer that someone's made in the community, you don't just have to say no and reject, make a counter offer, have a conversation. Maybe those terms can be amended and altered and adjusted to fit your goal. So I guess my number one law of life for the week is communicate and give people the respect and courtesy of answering their proposals. And maybe the vision of what we're proposing doesn't meet, but let us know what you think and give us feedback. And secondly, as we evolve into this digital society, I ask that you really take the time to engage by commenting and sharing. We're putting a lot of content out there. We really want your feedback. Is it inspiring you? Is it igniting productivity in you? Is it helping you? And everybody needs feedback. So we really need to make one of those segments on your day that for 30 minutes a day, you're going to give feedback. And that is actually one of my segments on social media, commenting on the visions of what people are expressing in social media and giving them feedback. I would like to see more creative products transmitted through social media, such as videos, chapters of books, articles written, newsletter columns, blogging. I'd like to see more writing exchanged as opposed to picking up other feeds, some more innovative, fresh thought coming from you. I'd like to see more of that. And I'd like us to be exchanging more feedback. But I think at the end of the day, this is a time to create, to produce, and to give feedback to one another. So remember, all ideas are welcome, and keep on doing your thing and stay safe. And we hope that you enjoyed our first webcast of the laws of meditation and motivation. And you can always reach Sunny. Sunny's the founder of Feel Great Meditate, has this incredible opportunity. I am the founder of lawsoflife.shop. You can reach out to either of us anytime. And Sunny, when can we see future webcasts of the laws of motivation and meditation?
Ooh, next Wednesday, 6:30 on the Laws of Life Blanca page. And you can even open it up and hit watch party, and that way even more people can see it and feel motivated and are reminded to meditate and feel great.
Thank you all for watching this episode of the Laws of Motivation and Meditation. We hope you learned something. I know I did. And thank you, Sunny, for being so wonderful. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day.